Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go here on Monday night. Anthony Gould now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, go!
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
3rd and 9. From the gun, Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That's caught. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's exactly what they have done. Now the key is, can they turn that explosive play into an opening drive touchdown and really get off to a fast start?
And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Could we see the first touchdown of the new season? It's 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check go.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal?
Here we go, set.
They'll send their tight end left. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. It is brought in the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. Matt Gay on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Colts have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Rip, 23. Left. Oh, oh, hey, hey, check that.
Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down, Lawrence. Oh, the first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Charvarius Ward.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Let's go.
On play action, Richardson. First down throw there is incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back in on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set.
Looking to throw, Richardson. Taking off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing, Richardson. That's caught left side by Cooper.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
They'll try it now with Pacheco. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
On the RPO, quickly in the hands of Cooper. He is in. Touchdown, Indy.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Red. Take right open.
They put Adams in motion. Lawrence now on 2nd down. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll run the draw with Pacheco. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
3rd and long.
Come on. Set. Go.
Throwing is Richardson. He'll take a deep shot for downs. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, chill. Take easy. Route. Safe right. Silva.
Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
11. Hey, go.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Ready up. All right, let's go.
Cooper going in motion. Lawrence throwing on 4th down. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Hey, Jupiter. 11.
On second down, here's Etienne. Etienne has the first down, still going. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm gun.
He'll get this out to the left flat. Down the sideline. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Quickly into the hands of Chase. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Pacheco. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. Ooh. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
I think what stands out here, Mike, is there's a lot of guys in the league with the ball in their hands. They have great straight line speed. But it's the footwork. It's the ability to make you miss. That's what stands out about this guy, and you can see here on the big game.
Here we go, set.
Looks like a design run here with Richardson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
2nd down and 8.
Let's go.
Now Richardson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Richardson. He'll take a deep shot for downs. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gabe to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10.
Rip, 23.
They send him right out of the slot. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop it.
Second down and 3.
Hey, Lion, Lion. 11. Silver.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Good running there. Getting close to midfield. He's marked him there. And a first down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go. Check go.
Here's Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Richardson gets this quickly to Mitchell. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Richardson.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Richardson going to look to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. Matt Gay on now for the Colts field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Gay's kick is good. And the Colts have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Easy, route. 30 left.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
let's go.
They put Adams in motion.
Here we go.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Let's go. 13, Lou. Here we go.
On first down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Cooper going in motion. Lawrence now to throw on first down. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Here's Lawrence to throw. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
To the left side, and Adams has it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Second down, Lawrence. He'll get this out wide. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
Easy. Read a 24. Read a 24. Hey, kill.
Cooper going in motion. To throw is Lawrence. He'll go right and find his running back. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. This throw, oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has it. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
And a great run after being backed up. He's up to the 25-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll pick up 2, out to the 27. On 2nd down, Richardson. It's to the left side and taken in by Downs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Downs goes in motion. On play action, Richardson. This one, deep downfield for Chase. Whoa! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Under under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Red on red. 11.
They put Adams in motion.
Here we go.
Now here's Lawrence. Open man, that's Adams. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Lawrence. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw. And fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Hey, go.
In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He'll drop this for ETN. A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the 3rd quarter of play. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Ready.
3rd and long. From the gun, Richardson. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Foye Oluokun. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On red. Sink right.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Go, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. It's 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Lawrence. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch. Because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He will find Thomas. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Now he'll run it. And he's going to be taken down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
To throw is Lawrence. And he will score. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go now.
The motion man here is Mitchell. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's a 2nd and 6. They go right back to Taylor. 15-yard pickup there. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here we go, set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. And Mitchell. Touchdown, Colts. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Lawrence. A short one caught by Kelsey. And the Jags are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Gain of 12 and a 1st down. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal.
Hey, Jupiter. Go.
Throwing is Lawrence. That one taken in. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Jaguars are able to cut into the deficit. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. The motion man here is Mitchell. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Out of the pistol, it's Pacheco. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Here we go.
The motion man here is Mitchell. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout, and it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. The Colts about set to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
All right, let's go. 11.
Lawrence now. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. The Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Here's Pacheco. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. So it's a win for the Colts.